What's going on, YouTube? It's your main man, Mr. JKG, aka the world's most common denominator, aka Slick Conseco, aka Mr. Just Keep Going. And we back with another banger, man. Today's video is going to be filled with gems, knowledge, and hopefully someone can take this video, gain some knowledge, and do just what I did with buying my first home and also my first investment property. But for today's video, we're going to get into how I bought my first home. And yes, this is the home behind me. We shooting this one today on my back porch. And yeah, I just got it redid. It's why it's not painted, but hey, it's fresh. Before we get into today's video, before we go any further, like, comment, subscribe, man. It don't cost you nothing to hit that button with your thumb. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is my first home that I ever bought. This is the home I live in. And this home originally was owned by my mom. I actually bought it from my mom. And that's a gem within itself. I'm gonna get into that and how I got a check when I bought the home. Kind of like a finesse. It is a finesse, but at the same time, it's knowledge because this is some information that I obtained from my from the mortgage company, the guy who actually, mortgaged the house to me. So that's why I say I always ask questions. Don't be afraid to be ignorant sometimes. It's okay not knowing because that's all ignorance is. It doesn't mean you're dumb or stupid. Ignorance simply means you just don't know. So when you don't know something, what do? You ask questions. So if I would have never asked him, you know, when he mentioned about me, doing XYZ and how I can buy the home and get a check out the home through the equity, if I would have never, went deeper into it and asked him certain questions, I would have never known how to go about doing that. And thank God I've always been inquisitive and wanted to know and just simply nosy. I'm nosy. I want to know, hey, what's going on? How you do that? You say you do get a bag? What? Oh yeah, let's do it. I ain't gotta work hard to get it. Run it. Into today's subject on how to buy your first home, your first property. First, it starts with mindset. You have to get your mindset right. You're gonna have to leave behind a lot of old vices, just going out all the time, going on dates, going out to eat, whether it's with another or alone, going to different events, going on trips, concerts. Just to be honest, you're gonna have to cut some friends off, family too. Not saying just cut them off, not deal with them at all. But when you're focused on something and you on a path, sometimes you have to take that path alone. And trying to bring people aboard with you or do things with people who are not aligned with you, it kind of detours you from where you're trying to go or where you're trying to get to. So therefore, you're gonna have to cut out a lot of vices, cut off a lot of people, make more time for your goals, and just buckle down. Basically, discipline yourself. You're gonna have to be very disciplined. And after you do that and you get it in your mind, like, okay, I'm working towards getting me a home, buying my first property. Because let me tell you something about buying a home. It ain't nothing but a savings account. Once you buy a house and you keep it 5 years down the line, that house, 9 times out of 10, that house has gained equity. Equity means it has profit within the house. The home has profited over time. And if you bought it for 100,000, 5 years later, it may be worth 150,000. 50,000 would be the equity in the home. That's the profit you've earned over time just by paying your mortgage and living in the home. And now, once you have some equity, you can tap into it. You can tap into that equity, get a check or get it sent to your bank account and use that to invest in more property, which is what I did. I bought this home in June of 2023. It is now what month is it? It's March. Today is March 13th, 2025. So I I've had this home almost 2 years. We coming up on 2 years in August. I bought this house in June of 2023. I got the equity, and I'm gonna, kind of give you all a rundown on how I did it how I got the equity when I bought it. By on August the 18th, my birthday was August the 9th. By August the 18th, 2023, I bought my first investment property. So I bought this house in June. 2 months later, I bought my first investment property by taking the equity out. Hey man, hey, it's possible. And I did all this after being out of prison going on 2 years. I got out of prison in 2021. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's another thing I want to put out there before we go any further. I don't care where you been, what you've been through, where you at now, what you're going through now, or what you think is about to happen. If I can do it, anybody can do it. What's that saying? If I can do it, a caveman can do it. Hey man, if I can do it, a homeless person on the street can do it. I ain't know nothing about credit. I ain't know nothing about real estate. I always wanted to indulge in those things. I always had a knack for those things. But when I got started, I didn't know anything about credit, real estate, investing. I studied. I buckled down. I stopped going out. I stopped smoking weed. I stopped drinking. I stopped hanging with the partners. I love my partners. I stopped going around family for a little while because I was focused, not because I ain't like them or I ain't love them. I'm focused. I was focused on a goal, on a path. You see what I'm saying? I was on my journey. Sometimes when you're on your journey, you got to stick to your journey. It's not for everyone else. Your vision is not everyone else's vision. Everybody can't see what you see or feel what you feel or think what you think or do what you do. It's for you. Whatever God has planned for you is for you. So sometimes it's lonely on that journey. But once you get to the destination, it'll be even greater. That's what's wrong with a lot of people. We want to know our destination without going through the journey. No, life is about the journey. Everybody got the same destination. If we speaking technically, you know what I'm saying? Technically speaking, everyone has the same destination, which is death. Everyone is going to die in the end. Life is about the journey, not the destination. We know where we're going to end up. We know where we're going. In the ground, in the air, in the ocean, if you ashes or whatever. But, you know, ultimately, life is about the journey. But man, I bought this home, like I was saying, in June, and I'll make another video about buying your first investment property and how to do that. After I got my mindset right, what I did was I got my mindset together. After I got my mindset together, I got my credit together. You have to have substantial credit when you're talking about buying a home. You have to get your credit together. Credit is king, man. It ain't nothing wrong with having good credit. See, I grew up in a neighborhood where it was always cash out, I'm cashing out. We don't mess with credit. We don't fuck with credit. It's the wrong mindset, bro. Somebody telling you that, get away from them fast. Go the other way. Credit is a good thing. Credit is a behavior. If you behave well, your credit will treat you well, and your credit profile will be well. If you behave bad, then hey, it's going down the drain. And why I say it's a behavior is because if you behave in a manner of swiping, spending. If you have a bad spending habit, then yeah, your credit gonna be bad. Cause once you get some credit, you gonna go to swiping that credit card and you ain't got enough money in the bank to pay them back. Now, if you always been a person that knows how to manage money and know how to go without and live within your means, credit is for you. That's why I say it takes mindset first. You got to get your mind right. Then once you get your mind right, you go get your credit right. Whether you do it yourself or pay somebody to do it, it don't matter, either or. Get your credit together. Once you got your credit together, you go and talk to different home like mortgage people, people who do home mortgages. You go talk to different lenders, basically. So you go find you the best lender, and don't go with let me see. I ain't gonna say don't go with the first one, but weigh your options. Talk to 3 or 4 different lenders before you just, you know what I'm saying, take the first one. Because I'm glad I did that, because my lender that I ended up doing my mortgage with is the one who taught me how to get the bag. So that's why I say weigh your options, people. Don't just go with the first person that you run into. Because one thing about a lender, one thing about buying a home, period, you're the gold mine. And the reason I say that is because no one, the realtor, if you, and I didn't use a realtor because, like I said, my mom owned this home and I just bought it from her. So I didn't have to use a realtor. But if you use a realtor, a lender, you may get a lawyer and XYZ, they don't get paid until you get paid. Let me say that again. When you're buying a home, you're the prize, you're the bag, you're the gold mine. No one gets paid until you close on that home and finalize, sign that dotted line. So whatever you want, demand that. Shit, they getting paid. They work for you. So whatever it is you want in a home, don't settle for anything. Don't settle for a lender. Don't settle for a realtor. If you don't like your realtor, move on. Because one thing about it, I'm a real estate investor. I'm a credit strategist. Not only did I study credit, I studied real estate, and now I'm into the stock market. But that's for another time. But one thing about me, like I said, I'm nosy. Anything I'm putting my money and time into, I'm gonna study it myself. I want to know what's going on. Hey, hold on. You talking over my head. Bring that down to layman's terms. Let me know what's going on, and also teach me the game. I'm trying to study it. What this do? What that do? This? Yeah, okay. I need to know what's going on. But as I studied credit, and helped myself obtain a great profile, I was studying real estate. And I was actually in a real estate course before I went to prison. So I've always had a knack for real estate. I knew it was a way out of my situation and out of the neighborhood I grew up in. And even though I'm back in the neighborhood I grew up in, I'm not doing the things I once did. You see what I'm saying? It ain't about where you are. Let me make that known now. Life is what you make of it, no matter where you are. It's all in your mind. You can have the best life in the worst neighborhood. I see it all the time. But don't get me wrong, one day I am gonna move from this neighborhood, but this is my roots. This is where I'm beginning. This is only the beginning. I haven't even reached my prime or my plateau. Hey, I'm telling you, I got so far to go. It ain't no limit for me. You know what I'm saying? This was a good investment because this is something that'll last in my family a lifetime, because I'm gonna teach my kids the knowledge I've obtained. They're gonna teach it to their kids and so on and so forth. This will go to my kids, and you see what I'm saying? This is my land, my home. But once you get your mindset right, like I said, then you go to credit, you get your credit right. And after you get your credit right, you find you a good lender. And don't go for the first lender you find. And also, if you don't want to go about it yourself, because that's what I did, find you a good realtor. Your realtor will do everything for you. And when I did have a realtor when I bought my investment property, and I'm gonna say this about a realtor, because I haven't dealt with many. When you're looking for a realtor, find one that's actually investing in real estate. That's my opinion. That's my advice to you. One that owns a home, one that has investment properties, one that's been in the field 10 years plus. That's what I would say. Don't go get a newbie. Don't go get one that's renting, that's living in an apartment. Don't actually. And the reason I say that is because I know other people who have bought homes, and I know other realtors. All realtors aren't knowledgeable or have the proper education when it comes to real estate. Realtors are just realtors. They are there to sell you a home. They don't know about investing. They've never done it. Some of them. Some have, some haven't. That's why I said go find you one that's actually in the field, that's actually investing. Because they care more and they understand more. And try to get you one that's a little older, 40 and up, and a woman. Because a lot of men just out there for the bad, and a lot of younger women out there for the bad. Get you one that care about you and your family and want to put you in a home that they know ain't just been pieced together, and somebody then bought it and renovated and threw it together, and 6 months down the line you going through plumbing problems, electrical problems, and XYZ blase blase. You don't want that. You don't want somebody who just gonna throw you in the house because they want to check. Go find someone who's actually caring, has your best interest, one who cares about their family, because if they care about their family, they're going to automatically care about someone with a family. And even if you're single, still go find someone who has experience in the field, 10 years or more in the field, actually investing in real estate, actually own properties, is a landlord, has their own home, not renting an apartment. And I'm not saying it's anything. Now, you might find one that's renting an apartment just because they went through a divorce, but they own properties, so don't get me wrong. Everybody that's renting, it doesn't mean that they don't have knowledge, but find someone who's actually sincere, is what I'm saying. And you'll be able to, tell the difference. Don't go deal with a realtor that just simply want to get a check. Just don't do that. I advise you not to do that, please. So, mindset. Get your mindset together. Get your credit together. If you want a realtor, weigh out your options. Go talk to 3, 4, 5 different realtors. And once you get the realtor, they'll lead you to the perfect lender, or, you know, things of that nature. So once you do that, you in the game now. Once you find the perfect realtor, all you have to do now is sit back, tell them what neighborhood you want to be in, how many bedrooms, the floor plan, and basically what you're looking for, and you got that good realtor. They're gonna find exactly what you want. People. Well, before I get into this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. The reason I say start with mindset is because it's too many. I ran into a lot of people that just do things off impulse. They don't have their mind prepared for what comes with owning a home. When you own a home, it's not like living in an apartment complex where you can call somebody, hey, come fix this. Or you can call somebody, hey, they being loud up under me, or, you having to deal with noisy neighbors or arrogant people. Once you buy a home, this is yours. This is your land, this is your home, these are your problems. As soon as I bought this house, the next day, the plumbing system was messed up. $1,000 out the back. I'm talking about right after closing day. But that was just God showing me that, okay, you're a man now. This, even though you grew up in this house, these are your responsibilities now. And I'm here to humble you and let you know, like, this ain't for no play. I've given you the willpower to be an owner and have ownership. Act like it. Time to man up and be a man. And I was fine with that. And it kind of gave me a sense of responsibility. It made me like, okay, I gotta handle my being, and like, this ain't gonna be no, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no cakewalk. I'm a real owner now, and I have to act as such. But that's why I say get your mindset together, because, like I said, I've seen people go from an apartment to a home, and all they do is complain. Do you not know you sitting on a gold mine? As long as you pay your mortgage and your property taxes, over time, that house, especially depending on the area you get it in, you get a house in a good area, through the roof. Over a course of a few years, you're gonna have some equity in that house. And one thing I always say, everyone is not meant to be an entrepreneur, but everyone can invest. The equity you have, you can take that equity and invest in more properties, the stock market, starting your own business. Whether you're a 9 to 5 worker or not, you don't have to work a 9 to 5 forever, people. Life can change, but the change starts within you. It starts with your mindset. Everything roots back to having a sound mind, being one with self, knowing yourself. See, for a long time, I was trying to be something I wasn't. It wasn't me. The streets wasn't for me. I'm glad I went through it and made my mistakes and did that time in prison, because after prison, it made me a man. Like I told you, I did 26 months in prison, 2 years, 2 months, and another year on probation when I got out. Man, when I got out of prison, my whole mindset was different. I ain't even want to hang around the same people, because it was like, man, I've been gone over 2 years and y'all still, you ain't made that. Man, what the? I done wasted time, but y'all done gave away time. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't accomplished that. Then for me to get out, and I'm not here to down anyone, but it's like, bro, what are we doing? I'm 33 now. We in our 30s. Like, what we doing? We gonna be dope boys and run the streets and chase women forever? Nah, hell nah. I ain't with all that, bro. I ain't got time for no female. Shit, a female is a bill. If you're a real man, a female is a bill, bro. Care what nobody say, bro. Oh, everybody, more men. I don't pay for this. I don't pay for, bro. Yes, you do. You a real man. You taking out to eat. You buying her gifts. If she down and out hurting, you paying a bill or two. She got kids. You buying them something. A woman is a bill, respectfully. So I don't want to hear all that. You can do all that for a woman. You can go out every weekend. You can go to concerts and parties and take trips. You can sit down for 6 months, get your mind right. Another 6 months, get your credit right. Then that next year, well, you ready to buy your home? Well, you ready to invest? This home right here was a stepping stone for me. I told you I bought this house, and 2 months later bought me an investment property. But it started uphill. It started uphill, bro. Then a lot of dudes my age, they don't even want to get no job. Bro, I'm doing, in my opinion, I'm doing good in life. I start a new job Monday. And I don't even, not to be cocky, I don't need a job. But I'm doing it because I always want to stay ahead. That's one thing about me. Prison taught me how to get ahead. And it taught me how to be, I've been to the military too. But prison gave me even more discipline. It showed me that life can be taken away that quick. Man, when I was in prison, I was dead to the world. Nobody studying me. I was gone. Out of sight, out of mind. So once I seen, like, damn, man, I'm sitting in this motherfucker wasting time. Like, no, when I get back out there, boy, I gotta man up. I gotta change. I gotta make this shit happen. And that's exactly what I did. I got out and made shit happen. Simple as that. But like, too many of us are sitting around wasting time, waiting on, instead of waiting on a handout, somebody to give us something. Nah, man, get what I did. I'm going to take it. I'm going to get it. Fuck all that. Talking about, man, help me out, do this for me. Nah, I go figure it out on my own. I go read a book or two, sit in the house. You hear me? I got children now, bro. Who else gonna do it? Who gonna give my kids what I supposed to give them? Who gonna educate my kids when that's what I'm here for? Nah, man, I ain't here to depend on nobody. I got this. I'm a grown man now. My mama did a great job. Shout out my mama. For real. But yeah, man, we gotta get it together. It start with your mind, bro. Start with your mind. Like I said, I've been to prison. Anybody can buy a house. If I can do it, you can do it. Got out of prison August 30th, 2021. Bought my first home. It was, I can't remember the day in June, but it was June 2023. Bought this house. And less than 2 years later, my 2 year mark went to August. Got out of prison in 22 months. I bought a home. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all out there making excuses, bro. I don't do that. No excuses, only solution, baby. No excuses, only solutions, man. You got a problem, solve it. Ain't nobody got time to be hearing that whining and crying. You grown now, fam. You a man. You a woman. Soak that shit up and make it happen. Come on with it. Come on with it. But yeah, prison molded me into a man, honestly. And where I come from, that's like a rite of passage. Shit, in a lot of neighborhoods all across the globe, prison is like a rite of passage. I feel like if If a brother, I heard Charleston White say this, and I agree with him. If a black man don't go to the military or prison, he gonna be a little boy forever. Because most of us being raised by our mamas, just like I was. And I went through the military and prison. Shit, it saved me. Hey man, like I always say, I ain't get arrested. I got rescued. Huh? You hear me? Shit, God saved me, dog. I don't think y'all heard me. I said I didn't get arrested. I got rescued. Shit, man, who know what would have happened if I ain't go to prison? I'm glad I went. I know it may sound crazy, but it made me better. Before I went to prison, I ain't had nothing. When I got out of prison, I had a 728 FICO score. Not no Vantage score. I had a 728 FICO score when I got out of prison. My cousin helped me fix my credit while I was in there. She told me that was my coming home gift. 728 FICO score when I got out and $5,000. Oh yeah, you know I was in there jugging, hustling. You hear me? Nah, for real. I'm the world's most common denominator, baby. Mr. JKG. You hear me? But like I said, man, I didn't get arrested. I got rescued. Prison shaped me to where I'm at now in life. I always say the things you did in your past is what's going to put you in your now. We got to stop living in yesterday and tomorrow. We got to live in the now. You woke right now. When I went to prison, I ain't had nothing. When I got out, now I done built up over in between a 300K and maybe a little over a 300K portfolio. I own this home. I own a investment property, which is a duplex, and I own a parcel of land, and I own multiple vehicles that I'm going to eventually sell. Fix up and sell. And I got a small stock portfolio. Come on, man. Man, it's 2025. I got out of prison in 2021. I've been out of prison 3 years and some change. It's gonna be 4 years in August of 2025. I've been out 3 years and some change. What's y'all excuse, man? Especially for the ones that ain't got no record. Ain't never been to the penitentiary. And I've been to prison. I ain't talking about no honor count. None of that. No, one of them little baby count. Been to Bibb County. Look up Bibb County, Alabama. One of the worst prisons in Alabama. I did over 2 years in Bibb County. Yeah, gladiator school. Gotta hold your own, gotta be a man. And I'm not here to glorify prison. I'm not doing it. I'm not glorifying prison. I hated it. I never want to go again. I'm never going again. Because I'm gonna do it the legal way this time. I'm gonna do things necessary not to go. And I got loved ones, I got children that I love. So nah, you ain't gotta worry about that ever again. But I learned my lesson. And now I'm reaping my blessings. We gotta make it happen, people. No excuses, only solutions. Get on your grind. And then you can shine over time. Time is the most valuable asset. Not this house, not this land, not money. Time. Spend your time wisely, bro. Too many men out here chasing women, chasing a bag. When you should be attracting women, attracting a bag, attracting success. Too many women out here running behind a nigga, trying to get pregnant, running behind their homegirl, trying to stay up the past, keep their status up, impress another woman when you should be attracting another woman. If you want to attract another woman or attracting men, attracting success, attracting your first home, attracting the right people in your circle and not just settling for different scallywags. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. A lot of women who hang with different women don't even need to be around them type. Like you hang with her, like what you want? This ain't you. You just want to be in the insert. You just want to have friends, man. You just want to be cool, popular. You too old for that, man. I was born in 91, man. I graduated in '09. Man, come on, man. Who care about some popularity? Well, I'm trying to have something, right? You talking about? I'm thinking 20 years from now for my kids, not even for myself. I'm trying to make sure my kids ahead of their peers 20 years from now. I'm doing what the white folk do. I'm thinking long term, not tomorrow. See, God willing, I'm gonna be here tomorrow and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make myself better than today. You hear me? Like, come on, man. Hey, man, y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. I know y'all like hearing what I'm talking about. Somebody gotta love it, even if you don't. Even if you don't like what I'm saying, everybody ain't gonna agree with me, and they're cool. But still, though, like, comment, and subscribe. But to give y'all a little spiel on how I finessed the check out of this home when I bought it, just to make that real quick before I get out of here. This is how you go about it. Okay, if you have a parent that has a home, an extra home, or the home they living in. See, I wanted to retire my mom. So that's what I did. My mom still live with me. She live here with me. And it ain't nothing wrong with stuff like that. I see too many people, man, oh, I want to be gone. Don't get me wrong. I want to move on. But right now, I'm building right now. You know what I'm saying? I got this property, my investment property. And either the end of this year or next year, I'm going to buy another home. But right now, I'm building. And what I want to do, I want to pay that investment property all the way off. See, I ain't gonna pay this one off. I got a strat, man. I'm telling you, man, I be sitting up, but I'm telling you, this year, I'm touching me a half a meal, maybe even a million, man. Yeah, fuck that. I'm touching me a meal this year, man. I went and got a job and everything. Like one thing about me, I'm gonna go get that check. I'm gonna attract that check. You hear me? But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep this home because now I got me a like a second mortgage on it. You know what I'm saying? And I use that to like pay down all my debts. I got a HELOC, home equity line of credit. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep this house with a mortgage, and it's good on my credit profile. See, once you learn about credit, you'll understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I'm gonna pay the investment property off, and then the rents that I'm getting from that, that'll be money in my pocket. But I'm gonna, let that stack. And while I'm working the job, I'm gonna run up meal checks, save up my checks with that, plus my VA checks. Then I'm gonna, once I pay off that investment property, go get another one. Then I'm gonna get into buying and flipping, and eventually building homes, developing. Cause that's really what I want to do. Real estate development, buying land, building homes from the ground up, selling them. You did what I'm saying? That would have, man, what? Man, I'm talking about making 200,000, 400,000 a house each time you sell one. Yeah, telling you, man, this shit get deep for real. Get real deep. Okay, how I made a check from this home. Okay, my mom owned this home originally. And like I said, I wanted to retire her. So what I did was I figured out how much she owed on the home. And when she told me how much she owed on the home, and I finessed the bank. That's another man, look, we'll get into it. But I didn't do nothing illegal. It's just word of mouth. When you knowledgeable, you can walk inside a bank and tell them what it is, man. You just gotta know how money works. Study how money works. Paper money is currency. Salt, grain, uh, different the rice, things like that. Gold, silver. That's a type of currency. Paper money is currency. We gotta understand what money is and how it works, people. But anyway, like I said, let me go on and get into it. Okay, she owed a certain amount on the home. And when I figured out what she owed on the home, I went to the bank and I played them like, hey, this how we got, and I can go get a loan for this and whoop, blase, blase. Let's just say, just throw some numbers out there, hypothetically. She owed 100K on the house. And I told them I had 80K. And I wanted to just give them a check all at once and own the home, pay it off. Well, I told the bank. They like, cool, run it. So if y'all doing your math right, that's 20 bands in the bag right there. If I go get 100K loan, write them a check for 80K, I'm keeping 20. Okay, now watch this. Not only did I talk the bank down, when I get to the mortgage company, the lender, he run game by me. He like, well, since you own a business, you have LLCs. You know, when we cut your mom the check for the house, she can, deposit into your account as a donation, blase, blase. I'm like, huh? And you know, you can actually charge more for the house, charge yourself more, or she can charge you more for the house and whatever's left over. Y'all do what y'all want. You know, y'all split it or go. I'm like, oh, that we can do that. He's like, yeah, what y'all do with the check when y'all walk outside here, that's on y'all. So I'm like, well, I'm scratching my head and I'm like, hold on. So you telling me if she owe 100,000 and I charge she charged me 150,000, the 50 that she done made, she can write it as she can give it to me. Or she can put it in my business account as a donation. Yeah, technically. Run it. Shit. What? She owe 100 band. Sell the house to me for 150 band. They write her the check. We take the 80 that the bank done agreed to in writing, pay the house off out of her name. Now we got the title and shit, deed, give it to my mortgage lender. Boom, they put everything in my name. Now I done made 70,000. Cause she look now, let me run it back down to she owe 100. But the bank and I have agreed that I'll give them a $80,000 check. I ain't came out of no money now. Ain't nothing came out of my pocket. I didn't use my credit that I didn't fit. Mindset, credit, realtor, mortgage lender. Remember? So I didn't use my credit to get $100,000 loan. Write the bank a $80K check. Buy the house. Boom, got the house from the bank, who my mama had a mortgage to. Now paid them. Now that's 20 in my pocket. Now she charged me 150 for the house. They write her $150,000 check. Boom. That extra 50, you see what I'm saying? Now also goes into my pocket. So 50 plus 20, what? 70K. You see what I'm saying? And I really didn't even have to, let me go back. I didn't have to go get the loan first. I'm getting the 100K through the mortgage lender. So I don't want y'all to think that I went and got a 100K loan. No. They ran my credit. The mortgage lender gave me the loan to pay off them. So I didn't get 100. No, the mortgage lender they loaned me the money to pay off the bank, the original bank my mom had the house mortgage to. So when they lend me the 100, you see what I'm saying? Well, they gonna lend me 150 actually, because she's charging me 150. So the mortgage lender is gonna lend me 150. We gonna take out 80 and pay the bank who my mom had it mortgaged through. Once we pay them the 80, 150 from 80 is what? 70. Put 70 bands in my pocket. Now I got money to invest. And I ain't came out of that because I'm a military veteran. Disabled veteran at that, 100%. So you know what that means? They pay my closing costs. Well, they pay my I use the VA loan, so they pay the like the mortgage insurance and things of that nature. I actually had to pay the closing costs. But when you got a 70K check, why would you pay closing costs? You just take the closing costs out of the check. Duh. See what I'm saying? Like, man, we gotta know these things. We gotta ask questions. We gotta get around the right people in the right room. So once I got that, then I took that money and invested in a duplex, fixed it up, and now I got 2 tenants in it. Not only did I get that, I bought a parcel of land. See, I didn't take my money and go blow it, go to Cancun, go to Ocho Rio, go to Tulum, go to Puerto Rico, Barbados, Miami, and all that bullshit. Nah, I got time for that. I'm 33. I got time for that. I know I just got out of prison. Cool. I don't care about none of that. I'm trying to invest. I got chilling. I had a child as soon as I got out. I got out in 21, had a baby in 2022. Man, hey, and I got one on the way now. Oh, it's time to make it happen. No. Got time we taking no trip. Yeah, we still have taken trips, but we gotta make it happen. Gotta invest, baby. But yeah, I hope I broke that down for y'all well enough. I'm gonna go over it one more time. How I got money out this home. The mortgage lender showed me how to make more money. Basically, my mama owed 100K. They told me, well, they told her to charge me 150K for the home. The mortgage lender lended me 150K with my credit. Me and the bank agreed that I would give them 80K for the home. You know, the bank that my mom had the home mortgage through. I take them the 80K, check out the 150K, and 150K from 80 is what? 70K. Put the 70K in my pocket and go invest with it. Boom. And now what I'm about to do, start my job, take my job income and the extra income I make. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my work income, the net income, not the revenue, not the gross income, the net income that I make from the rental properties. Take that, my work income, and my VA income. Use those incomes to pay all my debt off, and the debt I'm speaking on is part of the investment property. Pay that off and go invest more. See, a lot of people in my position, they be like, "What you going to get a job for? You got enough income coming in." Man, look, I ain't greedy, but I'm hungry. One day I won't ever have to work again. And what's wrong with working? So many people are so lazy these days. I don't understand. Bro, I go to the gym 4-5 days a week. I'm in good shape. I got energy. Why not? Why not go make that easy pay on top of the paper I'm making? Then I'm posting content, who knows, like 6 months from now, my life, and just because I made the right decision. So people, come on, man. Like, let's stop being lazy. Let's get our mindset together. Get our credit together. Go learn about investing. Go learn about self-improvement. Go learn about entrepreneurship. And everyone is not meant to be an entrepreneur, like I always say. But hey, everyone can invest. Self-improvement, investing, emotional intelligence, and business, and health. Come on, people. Let's put our minds to work. Get your mind right. Get your grind tight. And like I always say, just keep going. I'm out, man.